Hola, this is Anna. How are you today? Getting close to our first big holiday of the year, which is Thanksgiving tomorrow, here at least in the States, depending on where you are. Maybe that's not the case, but we get to celebrate, we get to get together and eat, maybe a little bit more than some other times during the year. And I'm here to talk today a little bit about some strategies that you can use if you would like to continue your healthy eating and your self care during the holidays that sometimes can get a little bit jeopardized, right? So, this conversation was inspired by one of my clients the other day when she started to be and feel a little worried about how she was going to be around her family during this time of the year. And we got into a conversation that inspired this podcast today. So, I hope that it, as it was helpful for her. And one of the things that we're talking about is what can we do, right? Sometimes when we go to a holiday get together with family, with friends, and everybody's excited to invite you to eat different types of food that maybe you don't usually do. Usually try to stay away from gluten, dairy, sugar, and alcohol as much as I can, and just do it in special occasions. So if that's your case, and you're going to be around people that and occasions where all these types of food are going to be offered, what to do. And we talk about some different solutions for her that I think could be also helpful for you. And some of them were like, well, if you're around family, even if you're traveling, would it be easy to go to the health food store or to the grocery store and get yourself some good snacks that you can have with you? So when people are enjoying those kinds of foods that you don't want to engage, that you're bringing your own, and that's what you can enjoy. You can bring a little cooler, right? If it's something that requires to be cold, and just thank them for inviting you, thank them for everything that they are doing for you, and also tell them that you feel better when you actually take care of your body and when you take care of yourself, and that eating certain kind of foods produce allergy or that produce um, your system tend to neglect that, right? And as long as you explain it to them, they should be okay with it. That's a strategy that you can use, and still, without feeling very anxious, without feeling very stressed that you're gonna give up your whole eating plan. I want to share with you, there was a time in my life when I was what I will call, and excuse me the word, but the food Nazi, right? Meaning that I won't touch anything that is not on the lines of what I wanted to do. I've become a little bit more flexible, but I'm still pretty extreme with things that I just don't want to do and I will never do again, right? And in your case, you can figure out and choose what are those things for you. What are your deal breakers? What are the things that you're never going to touch again? What are the things that maybe you're going to have sometime? And it comes to mind a couple of stories. I remember when the movie Food Inc. first came out. I don't know if you remember that movie, but it was talking about the food production, and particularly in this case, it was about the animal production and how we treat animals. And whatever you believe, I will just tell you my story because I think it's pretty funny. I was out with a couple of friends. We watched the movie and then we were going to have dinner outside. And I remember sitting down at the table, looking at the menu, and the four of us look at each other and we immediately decided that we wanted to leave because there was nothing in the menu that we could eat without feeling a little bit guilty after watching the movie. So I'm not saying it has to go to this extreme, but to the point of what you want to still acknowledge what is it that your body needs and your body wants in order to be nurtured is how far you want to take it. The second story is I remember I was meeting for brunch, one of my best friends, and it was again when I was on that extreme side of things. She was offering us hamburgers and the bread. It was regular gluten bread, hamburger bread, and it was regular burgers. And I haven't eaten regular meat in a very long time. And I mean, with that, meat that is not either grass-fed, organic, that we know that it's been treated humanly. So I said very politely that I was not going to have that, and I was just going to have to eat the salad, which was very nice at the time. So this is something that, again, is your choice, but I'm just telling you that you have the option, right? You don't have to overeat. You don't have to eat things that are going to make you feel bad afterwards, if that is the case for you when you eat certain foods that we know that create inflammation. And always, and I know I've said this before, following the rule of 80-20. So if 80% of the time you're doing good, you can allow that 20% that you're going to let go. And knowing, one more time, what those deal breakers are. So just be very clear. Another strategy that I was talking to my client the other day, and that you can also think about when you are going into a social occasion, and particularly during the holidays, right? That they are very social. Is that if you know that there's going to be serving foods that probably you are not going to be very happy eating, or you don't want to overeat, have something before you go. Have a healthy snack. Have something that fulfills you. So when you get there, you are not going to be as hungry, and you're probably going to prevent from having the things that normally you won't have. So I hope this helps. And overall, enjoy it. It's a time to share. It's a time to give thanks. And it's a time that we all want to be relaxed and fully enjoying life. And we also don't want to let go too much, that then we're going to feel guilty and maybe leave all the work that you have done during the past few months out the door, right? Because usually during this time of the year, there's a few pounds that we always gain, and then those are the harder usually to lose. So if we can avoid getting them, wouldn't that be lovely this year? Let's shoot for that, right? I was talking a lot this week and the last week about a quote that I listened to recently, and it was a good reminder of how I believe that during the holiday time and this time of the year, that we give a lot to others. Sometimes we can forget about ourselves. And I still believe that self-care, putting your priorities first, and then taking care of others is going to have a better effect. So the quote was, the best thing you can do for yourself is work on yourself. The best thing you can do for me is work on yourself. And the best thing that I can do for you is work on myself. So if we both self-care, we can take care of each other much better than if we don't. So remember that quote when you're thinking about what to do, right, around others during these holidays. The other tip that I want to talk about is if you're traveling, if you are going to get on a plane, or if you're going to be driving for very long hours. So yeah, we know, right? The body usually resents that. Sitting for hours, being on a plane, carrying your bags can actually create a lot of pain on neck, shoulders, low back. We want to prevent that as best as we can. So just a few tips. When you are carrying, say, luggage, say, backpacks, just try to use your body as if you were exercising. With that, I mean, engage your core, slow down when you're walking. Hopefully, you don't have to rush because you're not missing the plane or the bus or the train or wherever you're going. And just do it as if you were squatting. So just bending your knees and making sure that that weight obviously is reasonable for you, for your shoulders and for your neck. The other thing you want to do is to keep your neck in a position that is as relaxed as possible. So usually bringing your chin down slightly, finding the distance of about a fist or an orange between your chin and your chest is usually what works best to keep your neck relaxed. And especially if you're carrying heavy luggage, try not to turn your neck very fast, because usually that's when we get it hurt. So we just help with keeping your low back safe, keeping your neck safe when you're traveling. Now we're going to talk a little bit about what to do if you're driving, or if you're sitting in a car for long hours, or when you get to your destination and you're sitting on the plane, or you're sitting on the train or on the bus. So you can do some gentle stretches, right? If you're driving, obviously a little bit less than other people, but you can always do something with the left leg if you have an automatic car. Most of us do. And just do some flexions of your foot, stretching of the foot, maybe movements with the arms, a little bit of extensions of the arms. If you are on a plane, it's a good idea to always get up like every hour and just stretch, walk around for a minute, use the bathroom, and will your muscles will definitely benefit from that. They will definitely be very thankful for that you're not just sitting down for a long period of time, right? So just moving, just making sure that you're stretching, making sure that you are keeping your body outside of that anxiety and stress that sometimes traveling can bring by relaxing, taking long, deep breaths, and definitely trying to think about something else than that tension that we tend to put in our muscles and in our system. All right. So I hope these tips help you. I hope you have a wonderful holiday and that you can relax and enjoy, that you stay healthy in both ways, in the way you eat, in the way that you exercise and move around, and in the way that you also keep your brain and your system with positive thinking. And I also want to let you know that because the holidays are approaching, you can go to our website. We have wonderful gifts for you for the holidays. I actually would like to tell you 3 options that you have. The first one is a gift certificate for 3 sessions and a recording at the end. This gift certificate is usually a value of $497, and for the holidays, I'm giving it for $347. So it's quite a deal. This is for your friends, for your family, for your loved ones, and also for your enemies. If you have enemies and you want to give it to them, I'll make sure that they suffer. The second gift is our on-demand videos. Our on-demand videos are wonderful series of videos which includes the strength training, Pilates, yoga, Qigong, dance, and our very interesting technique called the kinetic solution. These videos you can purchase and keep to do by yourself as long as you choose to and for as often as you choose to. And these videos are $197. The value is $1,597. So they are discounted for very limited time, just for the holidays. Another great deal. And finally, the last gift is our transformational bull and ballerina cards. And I want to show them to you. These are beautiful cards that tell the story of struggle and in some way unhealthy habits and addictions, and that you can utilize to recognize and bring awareness to what are those unhealthy habits that you want to change and shift in your life. And it gives you a process on how to do that. So these are the gifts. The cards are $29.95. Everything is on our website. You just simply have to go there. Do we still say that? I'm not sure, but that's the beginning, right, of our website, mindfulonlinegym.com. One last time, healthy, happy holiday, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you so much for listening. Bye now.